Looking on the undercard in Germany, you had Liam Williams out there, and probably his best performance to date.
Yeah, 100%. Liam's improving with every fight. Thinking about things a lot more now. His jab is brilliant, reminiscent of Howard Winston, wasn't he? So jab was brilliant, but I think in that fight he only showed probably 30% of what I see here in the gym. He's sparring good guys all the time. When I went to Scotland to my friend Billy Nelson's gym, and he was sparring Brophy up there, young middleweight prospect. He's been doing a lot of sparring with Nick Blackwell, who's a fab fighter, and learning all the time. So really pleased with him. And as I say, I think he's only showed in that fight, he only showed 30% of what I really see in here. So I think he's there's bigger and better things to come. I know that Frank Warren and Jason McClory, the matchmaker, were very impressed with him as well. So yeah, brilliant.
Is there like a danger? Liam's, I think he's 21, isn't he? There's a danger when he produces such a good performance on TV that we can get carried away with him. Certainly as fans and observers.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe you have to hold him back a bit because he seems really eager?
Because I wasn't really that impressed with the performance. So I'm always the last one to be pleased. I was impressed with the performance, but I know that he can do a lot better. He was boxing, or he was fighting. He wasn't mixing them together. So when he starts mixing them together, that's when he'll start seeing the best, and that's only going to come with fight time. You can do it as much as you want in the gym, but that doesn't necessarily mean to say that you're going to do it in the fight. But the more fights he has and the more rounds he has, you'll see him progress now. And as I say, they're very impressed with him, so they're going to keep him busy.
He's probably, he is beyond the Welsh title level, and he struggled to get any opponents for a Welsh title. But do you think he's ready for like British eliminators? Yeah, I mean that was the plan. I think the plan was to put him either with Ronnie Heffron or John Thane, but he actually broke his hand in that fight. He's hit the kid on the elbow. I think that was in the third round as well.
Third or fourth round. But the impressive thing was, he mentioned it to me once, and I just said, brilliant, beautiful, great. This is another thing that we have to put down in experience. You can come through it, right? Let's move on now. This is what you're going to do in the next round. He never mentioned it again. That's a sign of a champion. He never mentioned it again until I tried to pull the glove off him, and so his hand was up there. But no, really impressive.
When do you expect him to be back in the ring now? Like with the injury, is it a bad one?
Yeah, he's been on holiday. I believe he's back tonight. He's back in the gym Monday. Just keep stopping from getting really fat, and just let the hand heal. And then I'll speak to Andy Aylen, Jason McClory and Frank obviously and get a plan for him. But I think the next fight will be probably a 10-round fight, maybe a title fight. And as I say, he's going to progress every single fight now.
The good thing is Liam's with Frank Warren, and there's quite a few light middleweights at similar level to him.
Yeah, they've just signed a new contract. Liam signed a new contract. Terms are good, the money's very good, so I'm happy. As long as they're kept busy and not as long as they're in meaningful fights, then I'm happy.
On the same show, Lewis Rees dropped a draw to Renaud Garrido, and I think it's fair to say that although Lewis wasn't at his best, he did seem to win the fight to a lot of people.
He won the fight, but look, he didn't win the fight, he got a draw. I don't really want to say too much because I'm not really into criticising my boxers, but Lewis needs to go away and just have a little think about how he can take himself forward. Because if Lewis Rees met Renaud Garrido in this boxing ring here, right, it would be a no contest. It would be an absolute Mickey take. But he didn't have the legs. He was fit as a fiddle. He was fit for 15 rounds, but he was tired after 2 or 3 rounds. That was because he didn't do the weight properly. But as I say, he'll either move on from this or he won't. I think it's probably the kick at the backside that he needs. So let's see how he reacts now. I mean, first things first. He didn't lose the fight. He drew the fight, but he won the fight in my eyes. And you said you thought he won the fight as well, but he looked a shadow of himself. So it's really disappointing. That was the only disappointment for me. Because I was disappointed with the result, but I wasn't disappointed with Enzo because he put up a brave show. Liam was in a good performance, but I was just disappointed in Lewis, and you know, Lewis knows what he's done wrong, so he's got to come back and he's got to react in a positive manner, isn't he?
Would you look to make that rematch or move on?
I'd welcome that, but I think what they'll probably do now, because you know, look, they paid him good money, and he's gone and drawn with a kid that he should have beat out his side. So they might give him a rematch, or they might put him in a test. Well, whatever way they choose to go, you know, Lewis has got to react positively to it.
He was coming down from welterweight to light welter. Will he stay at light welter?
Yeah, 100%, because he's not a welter. You know, the reason that he boxed for the Welsh welterweight title was because he'd been out of the ring with an injury, weight crept up, so I matched him for the welterweight title because it was available, and then he seemed to sort of stay there for a while. I think there's no secret Lewis is a little bit lazy. But as I say, you know, when the time to drop the light welter came, you know, he should have done it a little bit better, because he can do the weight comfortably, and he should have done it a little bit better. But look, you know, I'm not going to criticise him overly on camera. He knows what he's done. I think everybody in the gym knows what he's done. So he needs to go away, have a little bit of a break, and then when he comes back, you know, the real him needs to be in the fight rather than a shadow himself.